This child, holding an umbrella, says to his mother,
Mom, I'm hungry.
Suddenly, money falls out of a man's pocket as he walks by. The woman calls out,
Hey, young man, wait a minute.
She picks up the money from the ground, dusts it off, walks up to him, and says, You dropped this. As the man reaches for the money, his eyes fall on the pendant around the woman's neck, and he thinks in surprise, This pendant looks really familiar. Could she be the one Mr. Yang has been searching for over the past 10 years? The woman calmly says, Please take your money. The man thanks her, and she replies, It's no problem. Just be careful next time. From behind, the child calls out, Mom, I'm hungry. Let's go get something to eat. The mother walks over and says, Just a little more to finish up. Once I'm done, we'll go home and I'll cook for you. Watching the woman and child leave, the man turns to the girl beside him and says, You go back to the office for now. I have something important to handle. In a hurry, he pulls out his phone, makes a call, and with a trembling voice says, Sir, I found the person you've been looking for over the past 10 years. Yang, shocked, says, What? Really? Where is she now? The secretary replies softly, Yes, she's right downstairs picking up bottles. But Mr. Yang, it looks like she's already married and has a child, and the kid is pretty grown up. Yang says seriously, It doesn't matter. Just keep her there. I'm coming right away. After hanging up, Yang looks at the pendant and says, 10 years have passed. I finally found you. He walks up to the secretary and asks, Where is she? The secretary points ahead and says, Sir, over there. Yang says, If there's nothing else, you can go back to work. As the secretary leaves, the man stops her and takes the umbrella. Once she's gone, he holds the pendant and says sadly, 10 years. I finally found you. He walks up to the woman and says, Don't you recognize me? The woman thinks for a moment and says, I don't think I know you. The man shows his pendant and says, Look, it's me, Yang. Seeing this, the woman holds her own pendant and starts remembering the past. He steps closer, and both of them say at the same time, I have some good news. The woman smiles and says, You go first. Excited, the man says, My cousin made a lot of money in Europe. He called me to help him. He's offering me a salary of 5,000 yuan a month. There's a vehicle leaving soon. I'll take it to the city, then catch a train and go join him. Hearing this, the woman says sadly, So suddenly? Are you going to be gone for a long time? He replies calmly, I can't say for sure, but don't worry. Once I've saved enough money, I'll come back for you. Hearing this, the woman smiles, takes out some money from her pocket, and says, I have a little money. Take it. Buy whatever you need to eat or drink on the way. Don't put yourself through hardship. The man, emotional, says, Mang, you're really kind. I also have something for you. He takes out a pendant and says, My grandma gave this to me. It's a pair. One for you, one for me. It'll always remind you of me. The woman puts it on and says, I'll wait for you forever. The man then asks seriously, By the way, what was the good news you were going to tell me? The woman avoids the question and says, It's nothing important. Just have a safe trip. He says, All right, I'll go get ready. Wait for me. I'll come back one day. With that, he turns and leaves. As she comes out of her thoughts, the woman says sadly, It's been 10 years since I last saw you. How have you been? Yang replies calmly, Yeah, I've been fine. And it really has been 10 years since we last met. A few years ago, I went back to the village to look for you, but they told me you had moved away. Where have you been all these years? The woman says sadly, When you left, I didn't hear anything from you for years. I came to the city to look for you too, but no matter how many places I searched, I couldn't find you. I didn't have much education, couldn't find a good job. I just survived doing small jobs here and there. The man says with disappointment, Looks like we just weren't meant to meet, and your child has grown up too. Hearing this, the woman hurriedly says, Hey, do you remember when you were leaving, I told you I had some good news? Suddenly, another man shouts, I gave you a task. Why isn't it done yet? The woman turns to Yang and says, Please watch my child for a moment. I'll be right back. As she leaves, the man walks up to the child and gently asks, Hey kid, what's your name? The child smiles and says, My name is Shuza. Hearing this, the man asks in surprise, Your name is Shuza? Who gave you that name? The child replies softly, My mom did. Hearing this, the man remembers the past. He smiles and says, Mang, when we have a child, let's name him Shuza. The woman asks in surprise, Why Shuza? The man smiles and says, Because it's the best name I can think of. The woman smiles and says, Okay, we'll go with whatever you like. The man then seriously asks, Shuza, how old are you? The child answers, 9 years old. The man, confusingly, says, 10 years? years? Shuza, where's your father? The child says sadly, Mom says my dad went abroad for work. The man asks, do you know where he went? The child thinks and says, he went to Europe. After a while, the woman comes back, smiles, and says, wow, you've become such a big boss now. You look great too. I'm sure your wife must be very happy with you. The man smiles and says, Meng Meng, even though my career has taken off over the years, I never got married. I never even thought about being with anyone else because I never let you go. You're the only one in my heart. And I know that Shuza is my son. He continues, these years, you've really been through a lot. Raising a child on your own, doing small jobs, collecting bottles. I don't like seeing you live like this. Come with me. The woman, emotional and in tears, says, all these years, I never had it too hard with my child. And I always believed that no matter what happened, one day you would find us. Yang, emotionally says, yes, I finally found you. From now on, I'll take care of you and our child. Let's go home. True love and promises never fade, no matter how much time passes. If the intention is sincere, people will find their way back to each other. Friends, don't forget to like the video and share it as much as you can.